Hello everyone. Today we are going to speak about the new bill on the farming, the bill number 113/2020. This is a bill which has come into just existence. So this is Farmers Bill 2020. Now we have three main bills in this bill number 113. What are the three main bills according to this thing? They have created three things. Remember, from the first beginning itself, they gave first one as benefit for themselves, benefit for the government, benefit for dispute, so that they will be on the better side. Whoever has drafted this bill, they did the first mistake by putting this one because they want to be in good books, which is not usually possible when we go down the lane. So the first step, I read this whole bill, which is 13 pages, which is available on the website everywhere. I can show it on my screen as well, but that would be later. So, what are the three things which are in this bill? The first bill is farmers can produce trade and commerce, and the government will do help in the production and facilitation. Okay, this is the act in 2020 what they have made. So, what are those things? Let us go with the stepwise. What are the things which government is going to do? They are going to provide trade and commerce. They are going to help the farmers by doing this thing. Like how? Let us go. They can go, farmers can go and produce and selected their crops, and they can sell it any place wherever they produce or collection or aggregation. So in the sense, they can go to any part of this country to sell this. How many percent, what percentage of people, I mean among farmers, you think they will be going and selling it in any part of the country from where they have produced? Less than 1%. Okay, 99% of the people do sell in their mandis or in their close by areas wherever it is possible. Less than 1% or 2%, let us say 5%, for the more benefit of doubt for the government, we can give it as 5% of the people. They might sell it where in any part of the country, but more than 95% of the people do sell it in the place where they produce. So in one way, this bill will not help a small farmer. This one will not help a small farmer. Whom does this help? Anybody can go to any place. So how much percent of the people, less than 5% of the people will be going. So who are these people who are in the top cream 5% of the people? They are the traders, or there could be some big farmers. These are the people who can go to any place and they can sell it anywhere. Well, in one way that is good for them, but for a small farmer, this is of no big benefit. So beginning itself, it is not a good idea for the farmers. But benefit or doubt, we're giving it for the government for 5%, they'll be benefiting. So 5% of the people who comes in this area are traders and big farmers. Who are the traders? Any corporate sector or any big firm who want to do the business in marketing in these agricultural products, they are the ones who will be benefited in this. So first case is negative. Step 2, electronic trading. Okay, allows electronic trading and e-commerce. Well, it doesn't make a big difference for a small farmer because they take cash, and that should be okay. If somebody want to learn, well, that is well and good for them. Let them go ahead and learn it. No, nothing wrong with that. That is still okay with all of us. So in any case, this won't benefit any big way. So this is whether you learn it, that is good for you. If you don't learn it, it's not a big loss to you. You understand? Most of the farmers are small scale farmers. So more than 90% of the people in this sector are small farmers who are producing small amount of crops, who will be selling it in their nearby places, either roadside vendors or in their mandis, or like somebody who is like a middle vendor in the nearby area. So because that transportation is also a big issue for the farmers. Next, step 3. What is this step 3? This is the only bill, it is the only line in this whole bill which I might be going ahead with. Prohibit state governments from levying any market fee, cess, or levy on farmers, traders, or electronic platforms. So, government did one good thing, only one good thing, by taking away the taxes. Okay, by taking away, by levying the fees. Okay, whatever the trader and the farmer are doing on this electronic platform or on the cash way, they are taking the taxes out of those things. This is the only thing I'm telling you I'm supporting in this bill. But other than that, so far nothing. Out of three laws, the first one selling anywhere, second one is like electronic platform. For selling anywhere, it won't benefit. Electronic platform, well, 50%. But third one is 100%. This is the only one. This is the only one. Remember, because we still have a lot of more things to do. But this is the only one where I'm giving 100 marks for that, because they're taking away the um, taxes for the farmers. Now coming to the second point in the bill, farmers empowerment and protection, an agreement on the price assurance and farm services act. Remember these things, huh? Price assurance, who will be giving this price assurance, and what are these farm services act? Now my only question is, price assurance, which is nothing but minimum support price for the farmers, who would be doing these things? I don't know who would be doing this thing, because they did not mention this one in the any of the bill, which is 13 pages bill. They did not mention any single thing about this minimum support price, which is could be given by either local government or the state government or the central government. Nobody, no word about these things would be giving the minimum support price. So my question is, on what basis or who is giving this assurance? They say, like, because they are legalizing the trade man, means any businessman can come and do the trade and they will be giving the assurance. Now I ask only one question to everybody in this country, including the government. Sir, how often is it possible, like, the trade man in our country doing justice to a farmer? Keep your hand on your heart and, like, take an oath on your heart or even on your mother or farmer, okay, and tell me one thing, whether it is possible, whether this benefit is being done to a farmer in any aspect. Because if there is a price assurance given by the trade man, I don't believe in that. Sorry to say a word, I don't believe in that. And neither I believe in the government when they are saying about this thing, because they trickily mentioned about this thing, saying price assurance by giving empowerment. Who would be looking after this thing? They did not mention. This is a cruel truth, which is very bad for a farmer, which is very bad for the health of our all individuals, all citizens, and the whole society. Because if the prices are not coming down, it is hard for us. It is hard for us to buy the product, and it is hard for all of us to survive in a better way. Because on the poverty index, we are on the lower levels of the ranking, less than 5% of the people, less than 5% of the countries we are standing in. So I don't believe in any of these price assurances by a private sector. And this one, government is not saying like anything that they will take over this minimum support price. They did not mention. And the Farm Services Act, I wonder what is this Farm Services Act, because I myself didn't find anything so better in the law. So they say, like, electronic trading platforms, or, like, whether they are giving about the support price. They did not mention anything. So this is a gray area. Farmer Services Act, this should be clearly mentioned, because there are plenty things which is like, when you see any kind of going to bank or anything, conditions apply. This is the same thing as nothing but the Farm Services Act, which means conditions apply. When conditions apply, none of us will win. When you go to a bank or chit fund or any kind of trade, usually individuals will not win, because we are not legally so authorized as what the tradesman is, because they have legal system which is perfectly written in their version rather than in our version, because we don't have any legal version, so we can't have it, we can't fight it. So who would be fighting on this thing? The tradesman will be fighting on this thing, and they'll be the winner at the end of the day because of their legal systems. So I do not agree with this price assurance, what is quoted by the government, and the Farm Services Act, which means conditions apply. Whenever conditions apply, alas, I'm losing the game. So because I'm not legally good at it, neither when I am means, it means a farmer. Think I am means I'm a farmer. I myself, being a doctor by myself in a profession of medical field, I'm Dr. Mahesh Banda. I come from a farming background. My father is a farmer. My grandfather is also a farmer. I've grown up in the fields, especially in paddy fields. I'm born over there, raised over there. So everything is from the family of farmers. So me means it's a farmer. So here, when the conditions apply, this Farm Services Act, it means the conditions apply. It means we are going to lose the battle. Now, let us go to the death penalty of this thing again. The death penalty of this one is provides legal framework for farmers. I wonder who would be providing this legal framework for the farmers, okay? And pre-arranged contract with buyers. Who would be doing this thing? First time, maybe government officials would be doing. Second time, they would be doing. But third time, in our need, we say, okay, let it be sold out for whatever the price it is, and we'll be taking it, because otherwise we are in a condition where jurisdiction, there are plenty issues with our jurisdiction as well. Sorry to say, whether it's Supreme Court, High Court, lower court, whatever it is, we have seen plenty instances where government, where the lower court will be saying one thing and the High Court will be saying one thing and Supreme Court will be saying something. So jurisdiction is also not so greatly involved. Even if it is involved, it's a tedious process. Even if it's a tedious process, like, to for us to go through, we should have money, and no farmer will have money to fight these battles. If at all, if they want to fight the battle, how this legal system is going to be now? Let us go down and let us see what he is saying about the legal system. Dispute resolution mechanism. This dispute resolution mechanism is done by officials. Who are these officials? Maybe sub collector or collector or any tahsildar or those kind of people which is appointed by the government. Okay, which is supported by the collector or, like, sub collector, whoever. They give certain people to act on behalf, and they'll be doing. So whatever they say, that's the rule. If collector says that's a rule, sub collector says that's a rule, tahsildar says something, that's a rule. So who would be influencing them? Whether their farmer will be influencing these people, or the tradesman who would be influencing these people. In my view, it is a clear answer between the farmer and the tradesman goes nothing, because the answer will be between the tradesman and these government officials. They have a good nexus. They have a good nexus in many instances, because it is hard to believe these bureaucrats, because they say, like, they are influenced by some people, some politician, some leader, whatsoever, and it is done. So at the end of the day, farmer who will be suffering, it will be only farmer. So I don't believe in this. So now, at the end of the day, whatever they say, that's a rule. We can't even go to court. So farmer cannot even go to court. If at all, if you want to go to court, this is a clear no. You can't go to the court. Your case is closed right there. So you have to take the pain, and this pain is immense, because at the end of the day, we have seen plenty farmers dying suicide, like in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra, many other places, to save it. You understand? At no state in this country, farmer is being benefited. Whether that is UP, Bihar, doesn't matter. Nowhere. So it's a hard task for the farmer to get benefited. So this is the second step. It's a clear no. You can't even go to the court, and you have to go according to, like, whatever the tradesman says. Minimum support price is never given by the government. That trickily, I'm sure, like, the person who has written this draft, I can 100% say he is not the farmer's son. A farmer's son can never write this kind of bill. Farmer's son will never agree to this bill. When a farmer's son cannot agree, it means a farmer will never agree to this. Now, coming to the Essential Commodities Amendment Act, what these people are saying about this thing, they're removing some food stuff like cereals, pulses, onions, and all these things from removing stock holding limits. Who would have the stock holding capacity? Me, I've been in this agriculture industry for the past 40 years. We are in the farming sector for the past 40 years. My grandfather was a farmer, my father is a farmer, and myself, being a doctor, still I am very good at farming. Now I want to ask you, every time whatever we produced, we sell it, like, in mandis or wherever it is, within a span of first 1 or 2 weeks. We never had a space more than that, because if I keep it like that, just like so, rain might come or some other issue, natural calamity can occur, and we might lose all the crop. So we can't keep it, and we have no space to begin with. There is no space to store all these things. So what we have to do, we have to sell it as soon as we can. Otherwise, it will be a crucifying task for us. And money is also a task over there, because if we don't sell it, we can't pay the bills for, like, all the people all these days who have been working with us, who are on the fields or who are transport man, on, like, the people who are supplied the fertilizers. So all those things were on credit when we are doing this project. But at the end of the day, I have to pay them as soon as I sell my crop. I can't keep the crop. Now coming to the question, who will keep the crop? Farmer or tradesman? Tradesman will keep this. There is a high possibility the tradesman can have, like, he can keep wherever he want, because they have a capacity, they have go downs wherever they want, and they create an artificial inflation. These tradesmen will create an artificial inflation. When they create an artificial inflation, what will happen? Obviously the price of the product will go high, and the tradesman will be getting benefits. So who will be benefited by this artificial inflation? Either the tradesman or the farmer. Is a tradesman. And who will pay the price? You and me. At the end of the day, you and me are going to pay the price, because farmer, the tradesman will say, boy, there is no big business. The prices are so low, so I can't give you minimum support price. I have to give you something less than that. And at that minimum lesser price, the tradesman, he can't lose his business. So what he will do? Obviously, he has to store it. He has to put it in his godown until the prices go up. When the prices go up, he will sell it, and he want more benefits. So at the end of the day, he will increase the prices in such a way in the artificial inflation. So the prices will be going beyond his expectations, so that he can make more profits, and, he'll be in best benefits out of it. Now coming to a question over here, government is saying, we will not allow this thing to happen. Okay, you won't allow. Okay, until when the product price is like about say 100 rupees. If the product of those things go 150, or let's say 200, double the price, then they will come into picture. So until then, what is happening? Farmer is getting $80, 80 rupees, and he's buying it at 80 rupees, and the minimum support price for the project for the product in the market, you say it as 100 rupees. And at least, you'll say, okay, I need 20 rupees on top of it, or 30 rupees on top of it. And by the time it reaches 20, 30, you are not benefited. You want double the price. So you will wait until it is 150 or 160, then you will start it. So from $80 from the farmer, you will sell it at least 150 or 160, maybe 200 as well. I can't even say that. So when it reaches 200, the government says, oh, okay, we are into picture, we are into picture. We don't know whether they will come into picture at that point of time or not. But it is a clear answer that they are saying they can't interfere until it is 200 rupees. So they bought it for 80 rupees, and they are selling it for 200 rupees, at least the minimum price. So what is that about now? Tell me. Farmer is not benefited, and you and me have to pay the bill. When this inflation is so high, we can't afford to pay many things. So we'll be buying, instead of 1 kilogram of rice, we'll buy only half kilogram of rice. Okay, we'll buy half kilogram of rice, and we all will eat only this half kg rice. When we are eating only half kg rice, where it is needed for us for 1 kg rice, what will happen to our children? Obviously, they become skinny, so they become sick. They won't be healthy. So when they are unhealthy, when they are sick, and when they are weak, obviously our education levels also goes down. Okay, so education goes down. When education goes down, what will happen? We can't withstand in the international market. It is very hard for us to stand in this international market. So my answer to this bill, obviously a clear no. I'm telling you once again, everybody, this bill is a clear no bill, because it does not control the minimum support price. It is allowing the big tradesman to hold the stock prices, and we have no legal way where we can fight it, because it is officially ruled by the collector, sub-collector, and those kind of people who are appointed by the government. And a farmer will have a lesser word when you compare to the tradesman, because of their influence. Now, only one thing over here, what they are saying is they are giving legal electronic platform, which doesn't matter much to me, and they are taking away the cess. That's the only thing what they are saying. They are taking away the cess. Other than that, everything else is a trash. I am completely not supporting this thing, at least 95%. I do not support. I do not support this bill. This is a clear answer from me. As the son of a farmer, as a grandson of a farmer, I'm opposing this bill. When will I change this bill? I am not the person who can change this bill. So it is in the hands of the government who's ruling it right now, to make sure that the farmer will be benefited. Minimum support price should be benefited. So my agenda on this thing for the government is minimum support price. Government should say an answer. Government should give an assurance on this thing. And Now we should be able to go to courts. This is the next thing. These are the two main things which I want. This is the only thing which I want as a farmer son. This is the thing which I'm going to be benefited. So until then, I will not support this bill. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching me. I'm Dr. Mahesh Banda, son of a farmer, grandson of a farmer as well. So I'm proud to say that I'm from the farming family. Anyways, so I don't support this thing. As you all also, I prefer like not to support this thing, and we'll make a move from there. Thank you so much. And we should encourage like the government to come down and support the farmers. Thank you.